In this video, we are going to understand how to send a new Google Chat message for new records in Airtable. So let's say every time a new record is created in Airtable spreadsheet, let's say there's a new task and I want that every time the task is updated or there is a new task added, then automatically a message must be created on Google Chat Hangouts. How can that be done? For this, we will have to integrate the two applications, and the same thing can be done using Pabbly Connect software. So here, your trigger application will be Airtable and your action application will be Google Chat. Now, how can we integrate and automate this entire process? To understand that, let's begin. So to begin with the process, we are first going to type the URL pabbly.com/connect. And as we do that, here we have reached the landing page of this software. Now on the right hand side, we have two options, sign in and sign up for free. So if you are an existing user, simply click on sign in, and if you are a new user, you have to sign up. Since I'm an existing user, I'm simply going to click on sign in. And as I do that, here we have reached all apps page. Let's click on access now for Pabbly Connect. And as we do that, we have reached the dashboard. Now on the right hand side, we have a tab create workflow. Let's click on this and a dialog box has appeared which is asking us to name this workflow. Now, what is my objective here? So here my objective is to send a new Google Chat message for new records in Airtable. Let's click on create. And as we do that, here we have reached another window which has got two extremely important events. One is trigger, another one is action. Now triggers and actions are basically those two principles or concepts on which this entire automation works. Trigger is when this happens, action says do this. Basically action here is the response of your trigger application. Now as per this integration, my trigger application here will be Airtable. Let's click on this. And the trigger event. So this is the event that is going to make this workflow run, and here it would be new record. So every time a new record is created in my Airtable spreadsheet, so this workflow is going to run. Now here you can see it is written, this trigger will check for new data in 10 minutes. This basically means that this application has a polling time of 10 minutes. So the workflow is going to run in every 10 minutes to fetch for new data. Now I'm going to click on connect. As I do that, here Pabbly Connect is asking to connect itself with the Airtable account. So I'm going to click on add new connection, and now we need a token to set up this connection. So I have already logged into my Airtable account, and once you have done that, click on this hyperlink given here, Developer Hub. So here you can see we have reached the personal access token page. Here we are going to click on create new token. Now we have to give this token a name. So I have given it a random name. Okay. And now we have to add the scopes. So as I click on this, first of all, we have data records read. Then we have data records write. Then we have data records comments read, data record comments write, then schema basis read. Then we have schema basis write, and then the last one is webhook manage. Then it is asking me for the access, like we have to add a base. So I'm going to again click on this and select all current and future bases and all current and future workspaces. So once this is done, let's click on create token, and here we can see that the token has been created. So I'm going to copy this, go back to Pabbly Connect and paste this over here. Now let's click on save to set up this connection. Okay, so this is done. Now here it is asking me for the base, table and the trigger field. So let me take you to my Airtable account. So this is my Airtable account, and these are the various bases. Basically, these are the bases. Now within these bases, you can create multiple tables. So here I have created a base. The name is daily task. And here I have just one table. The name is table 1 with the following fields: task name, assigned to, end date and status. Now here it is mentioned that we have to specify the base, the table, and then it is written that you have to create a field in your table schema with field name created and field type created time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this plus icon, and here I'm going to create a field. The name would be created and the type has to be created time. So this is the created time. Now I'm going to click on create field. So once this is done, now I'm going to add some information here. Let's say the name of the task is team meeting. Then we have assigned to, it is dummy user. Then we have the end date. So let's say the end date is 5th of May. Then what is the status? So here I have created a drop down. So let's say the status is in progress, right? Now, once this is done, I'm going to specify the details here. So first of all, the name of the page is daily tasks. So let's click on this. And since there was only one table, so it has already been captured by the system. Now I'm going to click on save and send test request. And as I do that, here you can see we have received the response. So here we have the task name, then status, end date, created time, assigned to, and then we have created time. So once we have received this information, what do I want? I want the details to be shared with my team on Google Chat as well. So now my action application here will be Google Chat. The action event would be to create a message. Let's click on connect. So now here we have to provide the chat webhook URL and the message. And how can we receive this chat webhook URL? To understand this, you can click on this hyperlink. So this here is my Google Chat account. And here we are going to first of all create a new space. So let's create a space and let's say the name of the space is demo space. Okay, now if you want to provide any description, you can do the same. Here now I'm going to add a few people. Now I'm going to click on create. So as we do that, here you can see demo space has been created. Now we are going to click on this drop down, go to apps and integrations, and then here we are going to click on manage webhooks. Now here I'm going to take you back to Pabbly Connect and we are going to click on this hyperlink here so that you understand exactly what we have to do. So here in the name we have to enter test webhook. So I'm going to copy this, go to the chat and paste this over here. Then here it is written that for the avatar URL we have to enter this. So I'm going to copy this and then take you back here and paste this over here. Okay, so once this is done, let's click on save. So here we can see that the test webhook has been created. I'm going to copy this, go back to Pabbly Connect and I'm going to paste this chat webhook URL over here. Then we have the message. So here I'm going to write team, a new task has been added to daily tasks. And now here first of all we need the task name. So how am I going to write the task name? I'm going to map this information. How? So you can see the previous step over here. And this here is the task name. So the method with which I have added the information here is known as mapping, and this is important so that every time the workflow runs, it can take the new data into consideration. The next thing that I want is assigned to. So it is assigned to dummy user. Then we have the status. So here the status would be in progress, and the final thing is end date. So what is the end date here? This, regards. Okay, now I'm going to click on save and send test request, and as I do that, here we have received the response, and now I'm going to take you to the space that we had created and you can see that we have received the message here. So this basically means that our integration is a success, but we also need to check the same in real time. So I'm going to take you back to Airtable and here I'm going to create another task. So let's say it is appraisal meet assigned to dear new. Then we have end date. So what is the end date here? Let's say it is 6th of May. And what is the status? So it is to do, right? So once this is done, so as soon as we have created this task, what should happen? Within a span of 10 minutes, the same message must be posted on Google Chat Hangout. So let's wait for 10 minutes and then we are going to go and check the same. So it's been 10 minutes and now I'm going to take you back to my space. And here I'm going to quickly refresh the page once. And yes, here you can see that we have received the message. A new task has been added to daily task. And then these are the details. So this basically means that our integration is a complete success, taking you back to Pabbly Connect. Let's quickly understand what we have done. So here our trigger application is Airtable, where the event is new record. Then our action application is Google Chat Hangout, where we had to create a message. So that is it. I hope you are absolutely through with this. If in case you have any doubt, you can refer to the workflow which is given in the video description. You can also clone the same and start to process immediately. Apart from this, if you have any specific integration to work on, you can always write to us.
Not only this, but you can integrate multiple applications using Pabbly Connect software. To ask any of your query, you have to write at forum.pabbly.com. You can also visit our website, which is www.pabbly.com/connect. To get all the details about the latest updates, the integrations and applications, you can visit our Facebook group. If in case you have found this video helpful, then do not forget to share this with your friends and colleagues so that they can also get into automation and make their life easy. I'm going to see you very soon with different integrations and automations. Do not forget to like, share and subscribe. Take care of yourself.